Hi, I'm Susie Laskin with Keller Williams Lakes and Mountains Real Estate, and I'm here with Matt Stearns of Mason and Mason Insurance.
It's easy.
Hi, Matt. Can you describe the business for us a little bit?
Sure. So we're an independent insurance agency. We specialize in helping individuals and businesses find insurance solutions, ranging from home and auto for everyday individuals to business insurance for contractors, let's see here, retailers, really anybody who owns any kind of a business here in the Mount Washington Valley, or really in the greater New England area.
You also have an office in Massachusetts, correct?
We do, yep. We have an office on the South Shore of Massachusetts in a little town called Whitman, where the owner of the company actually grew up.
So, since I'm in real estate, can you tell me a little bit about how you can help some of my clients?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. A couple ways. We have folks who've been living here for a long time who sometimes are just looking to upgrade or downsize, and they move around here in the valley. It's a really good time for them to sort of check in and take a look at what they're buying for insurance, and if they're going to be making a change, that's just a good sort of checkpoint for them, and help them assess the adequacy of their insurance policies and make sure that as they go into that new home, that it's the right kind of coverage for them. And there's also the folks that are moving here to the valley from a location that's away, and maybe they've been working with an agent for a long time in that old neighborhood of theirs, and they need to meet a new agent. And so that's where we kind of come in. We can help people who are coming in new to the valley understand how not only will their homeowners policy look when they buy that new home, but also how will their automobile insurance change. Actually, it's usually a really welcome surprise for a lot of folks. We get a lot of people from the Bay Station move here, and they're just used to paying really, really high rates on their auto, and it's just a little bit different here in the valley, and we can kind of help them understand everything from how to get their vehicle registered here in the state of New Hampshire, and how that insurance will change, usually decreasing.
How did you happen to choose this profession?
You know what? Actually, I was at a networking event up at Bretton Woods, and I happened to meet the owner of the company, Phil Mason. I spent the prior 13 and a half years in the banking industry.
Oh.
And so he was looking for someone to help run the office here locally and just kind of help from an operational standpoint. So my background is in people management and really systems and process. I also have a small business lending background. So some of those things just sort of translated into the world of insurance. My job here at the agency is do a lot of different things, just like a lot of the folks do around here, but my primary job is that I'm in charge of operations, so I help to maintain the technology and make sure that the processes that our folks are using are helpful for them and make the experience easy for the client. I'm a licensed insurance professional as well, so I do help sometimes with selling insurance policies, writing insurance policies rather, but yeah, it was a little bit by chance. Really good fortune to meet Phil Mason up at the Mount Washington Hotel one day back in, I believe it was 2011. So,
Anything that stands out that surprises you about this business?
A lot like banking and a lot of other industries, it's always changing. Some of the really surprising things that have happened over the last few years are just how technology has influenced the changes in the insurance world. And when I say that, I mean things like social media affecting people's liability policies, hoverboards and drones affecting people's homeowners insurance. It's a pretty well-known fact that if you have a trampoline, sometimes insurance carriers shy away from wanting to do business with you, but nobody really saw that coming with things like Power Wheels and drones and hoverboards and just some of the modern fun toys that we have now. It's definitely made it an interesting environment. And then, of course, here in the Valley is the Airbnb that has really, really changed how we look at insurance for folks. And we just help them navigate that environment a little bit. It can be tricky to understand exactly what's covered under a typical homeowner's policy versus a policy that is more geared towards someone who's renting their home out for a short-term rental. So that's been just a big change and a big surprise. I think over the last few years that's developed quite a bit.
What is something most people may not know about your business?
Let's see here. Well, You pointed out that we have an office in Whitman, Massachusetts, which is really actually kind of unique because we do have a lot of people who own a primary home in Massachusetts, and then they have a vacation home here, so we can help them, tailor a program that works for them in both states. But what a lot of people don't know is that we actually have another division of our agency that actually helps to provide insurance for small and emerging technology companies all over the world, actually. A lot of venture-funded, organizations that are either doing like advanced manufacturing, life science, companies in the greater Boston area that are trying to develop cures for terrible diseases, for cancer and things like that. And we have a division of our agency that is fully dedicated to helping those companies navigate the insurance marketplace. And it's sort of like a boutique aspect of our agency. It doesn't really come into play up here, but we do get a lot of folks who who did, either invest or they were part of those organizations and they're living in the area, or they've retired and they've come up here. So there are some connections, and again, the owners of our agency have that kind of worldwide reach and capability, and it's kind of exciting to see what those companies are up to. We have a lot of great companies here in the Valley as well that service the main heart of our industry here, which is a very much a tourist-based economy,
Right.
and a service economy. But so that sort of high-tech and advanced, life science, tough technology aspect is which is different. It's really interesting.
Right, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So how did this company get started?
Well, the local office here in North Conway got started because the mother and father of our owner, Phil Mason, Dave and Jean Mason, who a lot of folks know around here, they lived in Massachusetts and vacationed up here like so many people did, and they just saw this place as a gem, and they really loved it here. They wanted to be here, be a part of the community. So they owned an agency in Whitman, and then they decided to open up a sister agency here in North Conway so that they could someday move here and retire here. Dave and Jean have since retired, and they sold the agency to Phil Mason. And Dave and Jean spend a lot of time, I think, right now, hopefully enjoying retirement, but a lot of activity at Mountaintop Music right now.
Yeah,
Where
I know that.
Yeah.
They're very active with mountaintop music.
yeah, they're really doing a great job there.
Mhm.
So revitalizing that block of Conway is, I think they're kind of living out their dream. They owned a business here, successful. Their son is carrying on the name. We're having a lot of fun still doing business here in town, and Dave and Jean are doing great things in retirement. So
Good for them.
it's all good, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where do you live, and what do you like to do in your spare time?
I live right here in Conway. I'm in Center Conway, and I've got 2 kids, 2 dogs, and a beautiful wife. We spend as much time outdoors as we can. Ski and snowboard in the wintertime. We do a lot of hiking and kayaking and swimming and biking in the summertime. So, even though I'm not retired, sometimes it can feel like a little bit of vacation, a little bit of a vacation living here in the Valley.
That's why we all love living here.
It's wonderful. It really is. So the kids, my kids are 6 and 9, so they're just active little things. We try to keep up with them, and we spend a lot of time at the Saco River, and we again hiking and skiing and snowboarding and just getting as much fresh air as possible.
Yeah, that's the great thing about living in Mount Washington Valley.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So tell people, how do we get in touch with Mason & Mason Insurance?
Sure. So the best way to get in touch with us would be to, first of all, check out our website. It's www.mmins.com. And we're easy to find on the web. We're even easier to find here in the Valley. We're actually just north of the village, just before the moat, just after Memorial Hospital. Big sign on the left-hand side if you're heading north, so you can definitely stop in anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Just come and see us. We're happy to sit down and connect you with the staff. And then you can also call if you're just looking to have a phone conversation, 603-356-3392. So no shortage of ways to get in touch with us, and we love a great face-to-face meeting, especially in today's world where people go online and they you're just met with so many advertisements, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, you can get a policy. We really think insurance is much more, personal and involved in that. So we welcome the chance to sit down with people at their convenience and talk about it.
Great. Thank you very much, Matt Stearns, Mason and Mason Insurance.
A lot of fun. Thanks, Susie.